You get one life. And most people live that one life for millions of other people. And what I mean by that is you have a brain, you have a mind, you have your own personal experiences that are authentic, exclusive to you. Meaning you only live that, nobody else lived that shit. Even if you have siblings or somebody that you went through something specific with, you both separately have your own authentic versions of what y'all experienced. It could be a shared experience, but the perspectives could be completely different. Most people live their lives for other people. Most people do not live their lives for themselves, and not in a selfless way, but I'm talking about in a you allow the majority to dictate how you move. You allow the masses, the group, to dictate how you think, how you express yourself, your individualism. Allowing a group or society to dictate who you are as an individual is one of the most docile beta brainwave activities you can fucking do. That's just what the fuck it is. There's no sugarcoating that shit. If you allow society to dictate how you express yourself, how you feel, how you release, how you express, beta brain wave. Look, and this is the crazy part about it is alpha, omega, beta, theta, whatever the fuck. We can be anything we want to be at any given moment, but living your whole life beta is absolutely egregious. Sometimes it's fucking beneficial as fuck to be beta brainwave, to go back into that docile mode, to be an observer. That's essential. It's essential that we know how. But some people spend their whole lives never tapping in to the alpha, to the omega, to the whole. A lot of people spend their whole lives just in beta. Followers, docility, sleepness, not realizing that they can take control of their reality. They don't have to do what the masses are doing. You don't have to do what the fucking collective is doing. You can do your own fucking shit. Because a lot of the time, the collective, the group, society, they be glorifying and objectifying some straight goddamn bullshit. Some straight bullshit. You don't know how powerful you are until you stand on your own and you realize you can move mountains with your fucking mind. The Most High gotta move mountains if you believe in yourself, if you trust in yourself. Most people will come up against a group trying to sway their opinion and bow down. One of my favorite quotes from Peggy Carter or Captain America or whatever the fuck, when you know you're right, when you know you're righteous in your mind, heart, body, and soul, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree. No matter who or how many people try to come up against you and tell you that you're wrong, it's your duty to plant yourself like a fucking tree and say, no, you're wrong. I don't know why people feel the need to go with the crowd, go with society, when society, like I said, will glorify some demonic bullshit. If society tells you it's cool to sacrifice people, and unfortunately, a lot of people are like, yeah, fuck it, that celebrity sacrificed his mom, I can do it too. A lot of people are beta brainwave followers. They see wickedness, they do wickedness. It takes a very honorable, righteous. You see how the fucking devil works? That's crazy. You see how the fucking devil works, but the devil don't realize every time that demons attack you, as a true divine alchemist, you have to understand there's no such thing as a fucking demon. They may label themselves as demon, they may label themselves as lesser beings, but every attack launched upon a righteous individual, someone who knows how to transmute, alchemize, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that's just a road to the better version of yourself. It's just an opportunity to show the world what you're made of. Anytime that somebody tries to attack you, I used to label bad things as demonic and demons and things of that nature. That's just a phrase for the ego. That's just a phrase for the ego to differentiate what tried to take you out and what didn't. Because everything that tried to take me out actually made me stronger, made me better. So yeah, it may have tried to take me out, but ultimately it was for my best good, and I'm grateful for it. The attitude of gratitude is literally alchemy. It's literally transmutation. When you are able to see the silver lining in every situation in your life, there is no such thing as a bad thing. There's absolutely no such thing as a bad thing, no matter how bad it might seem to be. When we're manifesting, there is an image in our mind's eye. And when you follow that image, despite anything that happens, despite anything that comes up against you, you start to realize that a lot of the things that come up against us on this journey is actually helping us, propelling us into that vision, into that image in our mind's eye. This shit's fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. Once you realize that any evil done onto us was actually protection. Oh, they stole your car. You didn't need that car anyway. You hadn't been walking. You gained 20 pounds. Oh, they stole your glasses. You were becoming dependent on those glasses. You weren't walking with faith. You were putting too much faith in the flesh and the material. Oh, they took away your video games. You didn't need to play no video games. You need to be focused on your purpose. You needed to be focused on your purpose. There's a lot of people out here that are losing themselves in materialism, following the crowd because they think the crowd is going to get them the results of self-love. You can't love yourself if you're following everybody else's schematics and everybody else's plots and plans and schemes. What about your own dreams? What about your own needs? What about your own... Come on. So many people give up their childhood dreams, their childhood imagination for a 9-to-5 to basically completely kill their imagination, completely kill their creativity, their spark, that inner flame that makes them a solid individual. People don't care about individuality no more. They only care about making the next person comfortable. And if you're living to make people comfortable, then you're not pushing the boundaries. You're not pushing the boundaries. Most people are too afraid to go against the group. Most people are too afraid to go against the group. Most people are too afraid to go against the group. Don't be one of them who is too afraid to go against the group. Stand out on your own. Stand up. Stand up for something. You either stand for something or you fall for anything. And it's people falling out here left and right. It's people falling out here left and right. I'm doing good. How you doing? You got so much more to give out here on this planet. You got so much more to give. Blaze your own trail. Be different. Do different things. It's okay to express love. Most people are so caught up in looking cool that they don't even show love anymore. They don't show support. It's easy to be kind. It's easy to... People don't feel like it's okay to cry. It's more than okay to cry. When you're crying, it's actually scientific. You're literally transmuting energy when you cry. You're letting go of things when you cry. The angels rejoice when you cry. God recognizes tears as repentance, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Let those tears loose. You don't have to be strong anymore. And the crazy part about it is being strong entails emotional stability and awareness to where you can cry. It's actually extremely weak not to cry. It's extremely weak to push your emotions down. That's easy to do, to suppress your emotions and not show up for yourself. Being emotionally aware entails showing up for yourself, knowing when to release, knowing when to give up and let go A lot of times we want to play God and try to change people that do not want to be changed. The only thing we can change is ourselves. The only thing we can do is either hold on tighter when God is telling us to let go, or we relinquish our illusion of control and let go and let God handle it all. Most people don't want to let God handle it all. They want to feel like they changed somebody. They want to feel like they healed somebody. You can't heal anybody. The only thing you can do is lead them back to the truth so that they can heal themselves. They can align themselves with healing nature. That's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing we can do, is align ourselves back with the healing nature of the Most High God. We don't heal anybody. If people, the hospital, corporations, the pharmaceuticals, they wouldn't give you medicine that suppress the freaking the condition. They know God heals. That's why they give you pills instead of God. That's why they give you pills instead of sunlight. That's why they give you pills that suppress the condition and the symptoms instead of telling you, hey man, you need sunlight. Go on a fast, go on a cleanse. Eat raw, eat good, eat healthy. It's literally that simple. But there would be no money in that industry if they told you the truth. There would be absolutely no money if they just told you the truth. They sell lies because lies, manipulation, keeps people in a loop, a fear-based loop. If they can loop you into that fear-based dogma, then they can sell you anything on the pretense of survival. Oh, if you want to survive, if you want to live longer, take these medicines. If you want to survive, if you want to live longer, buy this, buy that. It's all fear-based. Every single bit of it is based off of fear. They don't care if you have comfort. They don't care about wisdom. They don't care about education. They don't care about none of that. Once you understand this, you start to look within. You stop looking externally for the answers that have always been inside of you. In the ethers, in the elements, these answers have always been inside of you. Once you stop looking externally for these answers, everything becomes confirmation and not guidance. It becomes confirmation to what you already feel inside. You are capable of creating the reality of your dreams. That confidence you feel inside, but as soon as you get up and you start getting insecure about what other people, that is external validation. Start validating yourself. The validation needs to come internally, needs to come from within. Everybody else is just a reflection of you. So if you're confident about it, everybody else will become confident. If you're insecure about it, people aren't going to acknowledge it like you need them to acknowledge it, because if you're insecure about it, most people are going to be insecure about acknowledging it. Be confident in everything that you do. If you do it with your heart, if you do it with confidence, if you do it knowing that this is something you actually want to do, it's going to work out 100 times out of 100. If you do things with the confidence and the passion of actually loving and enjoying what you do, it's going to work out for you. It's absolutely going to work out for you. There's no other reason for you to care about what other people think. Anybody that tries to make you feel bad for doing what you love to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, I promise you, anybody who tries to make you feel bad for doing what you were destined to do, what you love to do, what you're passionate about, that person doesn't love themselves. It's that easy. There's a lot of people out here that don't love themselves. But once you start to stand in your confidence, it's easy to read. It's easy to tell, oh, that's not my energy. That person's projecting. That's not my energy. That person's projecting. That's not my energy. That person's projecting. It's simple. It's genuinely simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not hard. It's easy to tell when people are projecting. Some people are living in their own personal hells that they've developed. It's not your obligation. It's not your duty to inherit their personal hell. Most people are going to follow the crowd. They're going to follow society standards, societal standards. You don't realize how influenced you've been until you tap back into your roots yourself and realize you've been following ghosts. You've been following senseless trends. Who told you that it was okay to ruin your body, drink, smoke, and live life depressed and sad? Before you were depressed and sad and addicted to alcohol and drugs, you loved life. You were a little kid playing outside in the yard with a freaking bat, with a stick. You were entertaining yourself for hours with just a stick in the sunlight, in the fresh air. You didn't need to have no alcohol, drugs, or anything. So who conditioned you to think that smoking and drinking and being depressed was the way to go? You followed others, depressed individuals, thinking that that's what it meant to be an adult. You followed other depressed individuals thinking that's what it meant to grow up, is to drink, smoke, be sad, be unhealthy. When you were a child, you had fun with just a stick in the sunlight, in the grass. You didn't need, when you were a kid, did you drink? Did you smoke? I highly doubt it. And if you did, you must have lived a fucking rough ass life. And if you were smoking and drinking as a kid, you probably lived a rough ass life. You probably lived a rough ass life. But for most average, normal children, they didn't need to drink and smoke to feel happy. They went outside, they played for hours. I'm talking about 16, 12 hours a day. 16, 12 hours a day. You weren't counting calories. You weren't counting cigarettes. You weren't counting alcohol. You weren't counting none of that shit. You were just living happily. Working out didn't feel like working out because we were just having fun. Stop surviving. Get out of survival mode and start having fun again. You deserve to live a complete life. You deserve to live a fulfilling life. But you stripped all the fulfillment out by trying to follow societal standards. You stripped all of the fulfillment out trying to follow societal standards. Who cares what society's doing? Do what makes you happy. Do what gives you love. Do what gives you excitement. Stop trying to follow the crowd. The crowd doesn't know what. That's the second time it's kicked me off, so.